Hey guys, Mike from B-Tech Reviews here, and today we unbox the Galaxy A52. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and again, thanks for following me and checking out the video. So again, today we're going to take a look at the Galaxy A52 by Samsung, and this is going to be another mid-range Samsung device that will be in about the $300 range. I'll be posting up the link down in the description below so you can check that out via Amazon or Best Buy, etc. like that. So again, this is the A52 series phone. So just a heads up, this is a GSM device, and you cannot use this on carriers like Verizon or Sprint, etc. like that. Does Sprint still exist? I don't know. But again, this is the Samsung Galaxy A52, and again, it's got an Infinity Q display. It's got a quad camera, 64 megapixel setup with OIS, so optical image stabilization, right? And this is actually IP67 certified, so I'm actually going to probably take this to the beach in a day or two. Water and dust resistant, so we're gonna have to check that out. So in the box there, you don't really see much of anything. You get a charger and the charging wire. So let's go ahead and just put that aside for now. And this is actually the second device that I'm unboxing today, because I did just do the Samsung Galaxy A32, which very similar devices. Again, this is the much darker version, at least. Again, I got the white version on the A52, and this one's more of like a matte dark, or not a matte dark, but like a darker gray finish. So I'm going to put that one aside since this is the A52 unboxing. And right out of the box, I can tell you that, for the most part, it's a lot lighter than the A32. It's got a 6.5-inch display again. So most of these mid-range displays are like about, I believe, 1080p displays. So they're 1080p by like 2500. And I just ruined that, so now I won't be able to use that when I resell the device. But anywho, let's go ahead and get the device turned on while we take a look at the surroundings of it. So for the most part, again, this does, just like the A32, have a similar setup, although this one does have more of a matte finish. I'm kind of liking the way this one looks, just because, and it does have that little camera hump on the back, which kind of makes it look a little more, I guess, premium if you think about it. So for the most part, and let's go ahead and hold that up because this is probably going to be the thumbnail for the device. So for the most part, it is a nice feeling phone, definitely a lot lighter than the A32. And right now it is going to get set up here. So let's go ahead, and the surroundings of this, it does look like it has like some sort of like aluminum or something like that. I think it's covered in plastic right now. I might have to peel that off later. But as you can see there, it does have USB Type-C and 3.5mm headphone jack, and of course your speaker grill on the bottom, which a lot of people are not going to be fans of, because a lot of people have already transitioned over to wireless earbuds, etc. like that, or the Samsung earbuds. So let's go ahead and get this set up for you guys, and then I'll give you guys my initial impressions of this device along with some specifications here. All right, so we are back, and thanks again for waiting that long. Right, so again, the Samsung Galaxy A52 phone here, we finally got it set up, or at least most of it. It's still updating a little bit, but for the most part, I can kind of give you my opinion on the phone as I'm kind of navigating through it right now. So again, this is packing a Snapdragon 750G processor, and it is a 5G phone, so just a heads up on that. And I believe this does have about 6 gigs of internal memory with 128 gigs of storage on there. So definitely you will not have to buy a memory card or anything out of the box here. Again, it is a 1080p display, although I don't know why it's starting to turn off like that. I guess I have to change the display setting over here, because I do have it turning off after about probably 30 seconds. So I'm probably gonna have to look at that. Do have it in dark mode already, by the way, which I did not realize that there was a shortcut over here. So let's turn that screen timeout to 2 minutes over here. That's probably what's going on here. And again, it's definitely very snappy. Okay, these 750 or these Snapdragon 700 series G processors are pretty impressive, and you can kind of compare this to phones like the Pixel 4a, or even like phones like the TCL 10 Pro, or even phones like, again, the T-Mobile Revel 5G. So that's a phone that I can kind of compare that to. All right, so sorry about the jump cuts there. So there was a train in the background that was passing by, and I just wanted to kind of phase out the actual sound of the train itself. So anyway, going back to the device here, right, guys, again, this is packing a Snapdragon 750G processor. Have been really impressed with the 700G processor so far. Again, again, you know, I would compare this to like a phone like the Pixel 4a, although this one is a 5G phone. So, you know, if you want that 5G connectivity, you want to go for a device like this. I believe this device is a little over the $300 mark, which again, I'll be leaving links in the description down below so you guys can check that out, again, at no extra cost to you, and it helps out the channel when you guys click those links on my channel. So I really appreciate that. So apparently this phone does have a 90 hertz display also, so I was kind of looking at that as well. Again, I'm not really used to having phones with higher refresh rates because it's just really not something that has, I guess, plagued me or bothered me for the most part, and it's really hard for me to tell. But if you go to display settings here, right over here, there's a screen mode where you can turn it from, you know, vivid or whatever to normal. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference on screen there. Let's see if I can get that to focus there. Probably out of focus. But anyways, for the most part though, again, you know, you do have that high motion smoothness, which I thought originally that it was going to be 120 hertz display, but it just says gives you the option between high and standard, so smoother animations and scrolling with a 90 hertz refresh rate, or just standard. So obviously if you want to save battery, you're going to want to go with standard, because that higher refresh rate does tend to waste a little more battery. Which, speaking about the battery, this thing does have a 4500 milliamp battery out of the box. I don't know if this device has fast charging. Most of them nowadays do though. And let's see, does this device have NFC? That's something that I'm kind of curious about as well, because that's one thing that I've kind of seen that they've been kind of phasing out from these devices is NFC. So I want to say it does, because it does have this thing called nearby share. So I want to say that that is their NFC or their version of NFC with Samsung devices. Again, this is running Android 11 with One UI 3.1. Let's go ahead and check that out just to kind of verify. And again, this phone's very snappy. So again, here's just a little more information about the device here. Galaxy A52 series, model number SM-A52 5MDS, serial number, there you go. And it just gives you all that little regulatory information over there. And again, I just really am appreciating this phone for the build quality. First of all, it does have Corning Gorilla Glass 5, by the way, so I can kind of tell the difference. And you can see there it does have that little dark display for when you guys are just kind of glancing at your notifications there, and it says double tap to, you know, use the other feature over here. So I kind of like that, you know, they are implementing that double tap feature for like shortcuts over here, or just to use the home screen when it's off. It reminds me of LG, when LG had that double tap, and I think Motorola had it as well. But I think that's pretty cool. Again, the in-screen fingerprint sensor is pretty cool, although I don't know if you can just throw it on there. And you know, it takes a while to kind of get used to the locations, but after a while, I don't know if you guys can see that, you kind of just see the smudge on the screen that has, you know, where you've been, you know, touching the actual screen, and it kind of just shares it there. So, you know, I'm really impressed with the screen itself. Again, it's a Super AMOLED display. It looks nice. Let's go ahead and open up the camera. So just so you know, again, this does have a 64 megapixel camera setup on the back. And again, it does have probably those wide angle shots and everything like that. So if I want to do a close up, you know, you have the 2x thing, and then you have a wide shot there. And of course, you just have regular mode as well. So that's 1x. And you can, again, shoot up to 10x over here. So if I wanted to, like, if I wanted to get closer over here, I totally can. As you can see that, back it up to 4x, and again 2x, and then of course 1x. So it's pretty impressive. Again, just, you know, you can change the aspect ratios of the picture itself. So, you know, right now it's set to 3.4. That's default. And again, you know, you do have 9:16 1:1, and then you have full frame, which will take the entire camera shot. And again, video, this does take full HD at 1080p, but you can change it to UHD, which is 4K at 30 frames a second, which is going to be pretty good. So we'll take it back to the photo mode right now. We'll take a snapshot of me. Again, we are here in VTech Studios. I'm kind of impressed because I do have a light in the background over here. Fix my hair over here real quick, and it usually washes out the background. Oop, okay, hold on, let's take one more. So for the most part, you know, again, processing, oh, hello. I don't know what's going on there. Like, it moved my eyes. That was kind of weird. Okay, that's a bad picture right there. But for the most part, I guess you know, there's something going on there with that. And I don't know what this is about, actually, the little eye movement thing. Welcome to Bixby Vision. Use your camera to discover more. Okay, I'll have to look at that later. I'm not really into using Bixby, but you know, that maybe that's a feature that I might go over in the review, but take it with a grain of salt. That's probably, I might not cover that. So just a heads up on that. So again, out of the box, you know, you do have a lot of mostly Google apps, right? But of course you are going to get that Samsung bloatware out of the box, and you actually have Microsoft folder. Well, I think that's interesting that they are implementing like Office, OneDrive, LinkedIn, and Outlook. So of course you have the Galaxy Store, which I will never use most likely. And I'm just kind of curious to see why Samsung is actually still has their own, like, I guess, set of apps and whatnot for their actual devices. But I guess, you know, if they ever try to get away from Google and the Google Play Store, then that might be an option for them to kind of get away from that. So just like Huawei did once they left the States, but you never know. And I'll have to delete that a little bit later. But again, for the most part, again, this phone is pretty impressive. I will connect my T-Mobile 5G or my T-Mobile SIM card in here to definitely test out the network. So I'm going to test that out. Definitely going to test out the cameras for you guys as well. So keep an eye out on the next videos for that, guys. And again, this is just an unboxing and overview. So again, so far pretty impressed with the Samsung A52 device. Again, don't forget to smash the like button if you guys like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And as always, thank you all for watching. Again, don't forget to check out the link in the description below if you guys have any questions, or you know, or you want to know more about the device. I'll go ahead and send you the actual link for it itself. And again, thank you all for watching the channel. Again, I really appreciate the support. So again, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time.